friends, I'm Ram Lakshmanan. I'm the architect of Ycrash. In this series, we are going to talk about 7 JVM arguments of highly effective applications. See friends, just around garbage collection and memory, you can pass 600 plus JVM arguments, right? And if you're going to take network, if you're going to take timeout, hotspot, JNI, if you take those areas, I don't know how many arguments can be passed there. So there is way too many arguments that is available that you can pass to JVM. But in this series, I have selected 7 important JVM arguments that you may consider passing to your application for a better performance, availability, and stability. Let's start off with this question. Does your Java process memory utilization go beyond XMX? See friends, XMX defines your maximum heap size for your Java application. Say I can set my XMX as 2 GB, right? When I set my XMX as 2 GB, during runtime, will my overall Java process go beyond 2 GB, right? When I ask this question, I get mixed answers. Some engineers say, no, it will not go beyond XMX limit because then what is the point of setting the value? But some engineers say, yes, it will go beyond this XMX limit. So let's find the answer to this question. In order to find the answer to this question, first we need to understand the internal regions of JVM memory. What are all the different regions in JVM memory? Okay. First and the foremost, the JVM memory has 2 primary regions. One is called young generation, other is called old generation. Young generation is the generation where newly created objects, newly instantiated objects go there. But let's say that object has survived for some period, then it is promoted from the young generation to the old generation. Okay. And when you set XMX, you are actually only setting the size of young generation and old generation. But after this, there are also few more regions. What they are? The next region is called as metaspace. The metaspace is the region where the JVM stores its metadata information like class definitions, method definitions, those definitions that are required to execute your application code. That goes in here. So in young generation and old generation, your application code objects goes. In metaspace, the metadata definitions required by the JVM to execute the program goes. And that is all? No. There is one more region which is often missed out. And actually there is that region does not have a name. But for our discussion, let's call that region as others region. Okay. So there is this others region. What goes into this others region? The first and the foremost is the threads. See friends, Java applications needs threads to execute your code. Your application may have hundreds of thousands of threads. Where does those threads go? Do the threads goes into this young generation or old generation or metaspace? No, they don't go into any of these 3 regions. They go into this others region. So that threads needs memory. That memory comes from this others region. And then next is the garbage collection. Your application needs to, the garbage collection needs to run to evacuate unreferenced object. So those garbage collection needs memory. That memory comes from this others region. And then there is a next thing called as a code generation. The code that a developer as we write is not the actual code that gets executed at runtime. JVM does a lot of optimizations to the code that we run, the code that we write for a better performance. So those compilations needs memory. Those memory comes from this others region. And similarly, next one is socket buffers. See, our application, our customers makes connections to our application. Those, when they make a connection, the connections needs memory. And those connections memory is coming from this others region. Similarly, our application talks with several databases, external third-party APIs, a different system of records. So those needs connections. Those connections memory come from this others region. And say suppose your application is using JNI, Java Native Interface, to talk with the C, C++ application. Those needs memory. Those memory comes from this others region. And besides that, there is also file descriptors. Say suppose your application is opening up a lot of files to read the content or write to the content, it's writing to the application log file. All those needs memory. So those memory, all they come from the others region. So friends, when you set XMX, you are only setting the size of the young generation and the old generation. So after that, there's metaspace. After that, there is this others region, right? So you need to be aware of this foundational principle of the JVM memory. Okay, equipped with this knowledge, now let's get on to this, the arguments. Okay, so as you can see, the first and the foremost important argument that you want to pass to your application is called XMX, that is a maximum heap size. That is, you can set it to 2 GB, 10 GB, 20 GB based on your application demand and requirement. See friends, one thing that you need to be aware is, say suppose you are setting your XMX to be 2 GB, right? Then you don't want your EC2 instance size also to be 2 GB, right? Because XMX is only setting the size of young generation and old generation. After that, there is metaspace. After there is others region. And you need to leave some room for your kernel process to run. So you need to give more space, right? For your machine's RAM capacity than this XMX. So sometimes people ask me, how much space will the metaspace and the others region will take? So it actually depends on your application to application. But as a rule of thumb, you can say 80-20. That is, say suppose you are giving your XMX 2 GB, then for the metaspace and for the others region, maybe you want to give additional at least 20% more. Okay. Okay. So friends, here this deck will be published in the blog.ycrash.io. So here here is a white paper that we have published, heap size arguments for containers. See, if you move to a container world, instead of using this XMX to be 2 GB, you can pass this argument, max RAM percentage. You can set a percentage. You can say it as 80% or 70%. When you set it as say 70%, that means the XMX value will get the 70% of the overall container's memory size. Okay. And then the next one, the often confronted questions when you're architecting or when you're developing application is, whether should I go for a large heap size and have less number of JVM instance. See, what do I mean? Let's say I want to have 100 GB XMX and have less number of JVM instance, or shall I have 2 GB heap size and then have more JVM instance? Whether should I scale vertically or should I scale horizontally? Which is the right approach? See, we have published a white paper for this, large or small memory size, and we also there's a video clip. The link will be published here, which you can take a look to see what are some of my observations on this. Okay. Having said that, XMX will be your first and foremost important JVM argument that you want to pass to your application. Okay. The second argument that what you want to consider passing to your application is max metaspace size. See, right? We saw that metaspace is where the metadata definitions of your application is there, where the class definitions, method definitions goes in. So if you don't define this, then it is unbounded. It can expand to the any limit of the operating system. So you want to set a limit for your application. What is your max metaspace size? So you want to give it as 256 MB, 512 MB or 1 GB based on your application demand. Okay.